Welcome to Thought Leader Life, where we are helping to democratize thought leadership. Join us each week where we interview a new thought leader about what it takes to become and maintain thought leadership in a number of different vertical markets. To learn more, check out www.thoughtleaderlife.com. Hi, Mitchell Levy, global credibility expert, and welcome to this special credibility episode of Thought Leader Life, where we're talking with amazing humans from around the planet, and Mike Griego is certainly no exception. Mike Griego, San Diego. Mike Griego, I got it. Okay. Mike is a world-class sales expert, trainer, speaker, and author. He's the president, founder of MXL Partners, a Silicon Valley-based sales consulting and training firm working with companies around the world. He's also a good friend, and we've done business together for years. Mike, welcome.
Mitchell, great to be here. Thank you so much.
You are welcome. Hey, Mike, what's your CPOP? What's your customer point of pain?
Customer point of pain. Mitchell, I work with high growth companies that are trying to hit revenues, and they cannot afford to miss the mark. That's what
Nice.
I do.
Simple. All right. So high growth companies, we're in Silicon Valley. We see that often. Tell me a little bit more. What do you do to help? And I actually know a lot of it because we did a bunch of training and courses together. What do you do to help companies make sure they're on track and hopefully even beyond on track?
Yeah, no, absolutely. To achieve sustaining revenue, high growth revenue, and to move into new areas, companies really need to have clarity of process. They have to have clarity of message, as well as an effective management team, whether it's one leader or a structure of leaders, to sustain that organization. And what I do is work with helping assess organizations, look under the covers a bit, so therefore understand and help drive clarity of their selling engagement process, optimize the way they engage in messaging, as well as how to help their sales leaders sustain that on a daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly basis across the organization.
So when you're brought into, based on what I heard and based on a little bit of what I know, you're brought into these companies, you're sort of optimizing the entire element of the sales process, even to the point of the appropriate set of metrics that are being analyzed, because what you measure is what you expect.
Yeah, most companies, Mitchell, as you know, they're doing okay. In fact, some of these high growth companies I get pulled into by investors or just through referrals, the companies are doing fine, but everyone wants to do better. So invariably, there is a secret sauce of success going on. It's a matter of finding that and understanding where that's going on and then replicating that across the team. So it involves a level of assessment of what's working, what's not working, understanding how they're doing things today, and with my experience can apply some optimization of how they can shorten and tighten and improve those process areas. And then the big area, Mitchell, I'd say today is around how people articulate and communicate their message, even in writing as well as when they're in front of a person or on the phone. How to make that concise. So essentially the old value prop, which is old school, but how to strip that down into something that really has some hooks and some punch to it in any situation.
So, by the way, now you're speaking my language, because these are in my world aha messages. so Mike, how do you have the credibility to do what you do?
Well, it's taken some time, but I've really kind of built my whole lifetime's around this. I have an 18-year career or so in high-tech sales based here in the Silicon Valley. So came out of, Stanford Business School, worked at IBM and in storage tech. So I've been in the high-tech storage arena, and always been a top performer, driving, building teams, then became a manager and VP of sales for software companies, running and building global teams and managing them. So a lot of experience there. And then for the last 18 years, I've been running MXL Partners, which is essentially leveraging that experience and working with companies all around the world. So literally hundreds of companies and thousands of salespeople I've trained, I've coached. And so I've seen a lot of different of the recurring patterns of issues. So help companies just kind of tighten it up and drive for success.
And well, one of the other things that also, in addition to being brought into some big names doing some great things, you're also brought in by investors to help their portfolio companies so they recognize your value as well.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, I've worked with the Ciscos and the Citrixes and the Palo Alto networks, these large companies, but then also large or some startup organizations. But I'd say most of my business last 10 years have been with private equity firms who bring me into high growth situations where there's a lot of moving parts. There's some change outs of management sometimes, or there's some products and teams being merged. Often the due diligence is done about a market opportunity. So it's about leveraging what's been working, turning it a little sideways a bit, but then executing and building that and driving a team to take advantage of the ways they can kind of blow it out further.
Got it. That makes sense. And so for those people who don't know you, how do you, but before the actual phone conversation, how do you market? What's your outreach plan? How do people get to see that credibility in the marketplace?
I do a lot of writing, Mitchell. I've got, well, in fact, you know this, right? My book.
Oh, no, hold that up so we can see it. 42 Rules. There you go.
Second edition came out 3 years later. I just gave away I got to get some more copies. So, but I very carefully articulated the 42 rules to increase sales effectiveness. And that still has legs, and because I wrote it for the long play of how to drive effectiveness at the rep level and the management level, or even at a CEO level, looking at a team and building the right pieces. So I've got that. I also do a lot of writing of articles. So on my LinkedIn at Michael Griego, I've got several articles that are really kind of pithy thoughts around certain key things as I think about the areas around how to build and develop team, how to drive effectiveness of that process, how to crystallize and optimize messaging and how to play that out, as well as how to manage and drive teams. So lots of articles I've written, MXL, www.mxlpartners.com, has some resources up there as well.
Well, now you've actually led into my next question. So, if people listen, if you are working for, or have invested in a high growth company, and you want to make sure the right sales processes and approach, metrics, mechanisms, messages are in place so that you can be successful and continue that growth going forward, you're going to want to reach out to Mike Griego. Mike, how do people reach out to you?
At mike@mxlpartners.com or on my website. And what I'll do is quickly, in a conversation or two, as this happens a lot, I get referred to people and then and share with them some samples of playbooks that I've built or some sample vignettes or tools that I isolate on to help see how they might apply to them. And of course, everything I do can be applied and custom to any environment. So it's been, I've got lots of examples of things to share with people, and certainly my heart is in helping people do better at the management level as well as at the field level.
Beautiful. Mike, thanks so much for joining me today. And thank you all for watching this episode of Thought Leader Life. Please like, subscribe, and share with your friends. We'll see you at the next episode. Take care, everyone. Bye now. Hope you enjoyed this episode of Thought Leader Life. Please subscribe to us on YouTube and activate us by going to thoughtleaderlife.com/activate. Till next time.